All right, let's take it from the top one more time here. Go ahead.
How about those Chiefs?
All right, see, I'm just not feeling it right here. You know, we got to bring up the enthusiasm just a little bit, okay? So let's just one more time, okay? One more time.
Okay. How about them Chiefs? Damn you, Shanahan.
Oh my God, we did it!
I don't want to hear it from a guy whose half his fan base is Swifties. Broncos country, let's cry.
Back to the Super Bowl. Why'd they put the trash cans next to the Cowboys helmet?
You could take it and shove it up your face. What I really need to be hearing from you, though, is thank you.
Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to this Week 7 recap of the Trajan Temple Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler, and still undefeated Kansas City Chiefs fanatic, Christian Temple, joined alongside, as always, by my good friend, the ever so happy to be here, terrible towel twirling Trajan. And it seems like we were hoping to really get an in-depth look at the new office downstairs, but there's been a little bit of a delay, I guess, so far.
I underestimated the task of painting, so we're almost there. This weekend it should all be painted, but it's getting there.
It's getting there. There we go. All right. Well, as some of you might remember last week, we made it public. We made it official. We had the bet coming into this week, the Chiefs and 49ers. There were some stakes involved here, too. One side almost had to wear a 49ers shirt, and I am so glad I'm wearing the shirt that 49ers fans absolutely hate to see. And, oh boy, you heard a little preamble here earlier, but oh, you're going to hear it in just a moment here. So let's flip on over to the screen. The final score, Kansas City taking down the San Francisco 49ers 28-18 at Santa Clara, by the way. So, and usually this is my favorite thing to say after a Chiefs win, but boy, is it going to sound good right here. Get ready. Get your recording devices out because here we go.
All right. Let's do this. Let's get it over with. How about them undefeated Kansas City Chiefs?
Let's go! Never have I been more excited right now. So settle down there, young man. Ooh, boy. Yes, the Chiefs are 6-0 on the season. 5-0 since 2010 against the San Francisco 49ers. The curse wheel from Brandon Perna landed on the 49ers. And you can't deny, Trajan, I tried to give you an out. I gave you one opportunity to bow out with pride. And then all of a sudden, you gotta say the words. And oh, I am so happy to hear those words coming from you. This is how the transition begins. No, I'm kidding. I'm surprised you didn't have like the Scope mouthwash next to you and just like, oh, just gurgle it afterwards too. Just
oh, trust me, it comes later.
Gonna brush your teeth twice tonight, right?
I'm not gonna be able to look at my wife in the eye tonight. The shame.
Oh, good man. All righty. Well, now that we actually got that out of the way, and I'm so happy. I am so happy the Chiefs won this game for that reason. But let's get into the nitty-gritty here, too. So, Patrick Mahomes, not a good day. not a great day at all. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Would puts him at 6 touchdowns total and 8 interceptions for the year. He did have a rushing touchdown, which we will get to momentarily. 16 of 27, 154 yards. Did spread the ball around once again, too. He got Noah Gray for 66 yards, 4 receptions. You got Xavier Worthy for three receptions. Travis Kelce got 4 receptions, only 17 yards on that part, though. But as far as receiving touchdowns, nothing doing today because the big story here, we got that rushing game going again. Kareem Hunt, 78 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown alongside with Mecole Hardman that put the game on ice towards the end here. But yes, although Mahomes, was kind of lacking in the passing game, he definitely made up for it in the rushing game, especially the 33-yard rush where he evaded Fred Warner, like one of the most fearsome linebackers in the league. Make sure he avoids them too. And I wish I had the screenshot here in front of me, but it was a picture of the 3 defenders around Mahomes, and the caption was, Mahomes ran for 30 yards on this play.
You can't keep away with this.
So it'd be cooler to say he made the first guy miss just by breaking his ankles all that too. But honestly, got to give a little bit of assist to Kareem Hunt. It was a good block on his part that made the defender over pursue. And then Mahomes stopped just in time. And the other 2 defenders behind him could have pushed him out of bounds, but they thought he was giving himself up. And they slowed down too. And then Mahomes put on the Jets and got it down 1st and goal, which led to that Kareem Hunt touchdown later on.
Which I say is also bullshit. Because this is what's going to happen. Mark my words. He is going to get lit. And I'm going to hear all of these Chiefs fans around here say, oh, that was such a BS hit. Oh.
Well, no, we were not going to complain about it because we're going to get 15 yards out of it.
All I say is hit him in the kneecap, make it worth it.
Oh, wow, we're back to this again. All right, back to this again. All right.
Make it next time, like, yeah, you go out of bounds.
All right. Well, I'll say this too. It wasn't just Mahomes that had himself a rough game. It was also Brock Purdy, who, funny enough, also had himself a rushing touchdown. That's kind of funny to think about. But he had 3 interceptions, 1 to Justin Reed, 1 to Jaden Hicks, who kind of got lost in the shuffle. He was one of those other training camp stories like people were getting behind to and all that. He's making a name for himself until the Carson Steele mania took over, and then he just got forgotten. A very key interception in the end zone. Assist to George Karlaftis, who made contact with Purdy, so he couldn't get everything behind the ball. And, I usually pride myself on knowing like who is all on the team, and I mean even like the practice squad guys. When Christian Roland Wallace got that pick and I saw number 30, first thing I thought was, who? Who's that?
Who this?
I didn't recognize him. I had no idea who this was. But yes, he is also he was an undrafted rookie. So the rookies ate this game. That was pretty fun to watch. It was a throw that Purdy probably shouldn't have had because like the receiver just ran the wrong route for some reason, because he threw it like 10 yards past where the receiver was, and Roland Wallace, watching the quarterback, trailed it, got it in the sideline, 2 feet down. Excellent job by him. Defense, once again, stepping up when they needed to and securing the win, only holding San Francisco to 18 points in this game. The one thing we'll say, it's kind of funny that Malik Mustafa was the leading tackler for the defense of San Francisco, because he's not going to be remembered for that. He's going to be remembered for being knocked flat on his ass by Patrick Mahomes on a 4th and goal scramble by him. And not only that, but he was also knocked on his ass again on that game-sealing touchdown for Mecole Hardman by Jody Fortson. He had Mecole wrapped up, then Fortson came in and just cleaned his clock once again. So, I mean, yeah, that's all he's going to be. And you know what? Hats off to Mustafa. He did have a pretty funny tweet after the game too. I think it was I forget what the picture was, but the caption was like, "Man, I'm getting cooked right now." Because I'm sure he got an earful on Twitter /X from 49ers fans, Chiefs fans, football fans alike, honestly. Because you've probably seen this too, the side-by-side photo of Mustafa, like Greek god body, shirt off and everything too. And of course the viral Pat Mahomes dad bod photo in the locker room. And Mahomes, aspires to what all of us dads want to be, the peak physical athlete, He's fighting for your rights, Trajan. I want you to know that. He's fighting for your right to be accepted as a man in this world.
It is the good fight.
It is the good fight.
Put all these expectations on men. Guys like that can still do it too.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, that was so much fun to talk about. It was so much fun leading up to that. And honestly, the cherry on top would have been the next game if the score was reversed. But I put you through enough torture, Trajan. So I think it's time to finally let you have a little fun here too. It was nothing short of domination, I would say. At least starting from the second quarter on to the end. So
Let's hear this. Mr. Unlimited. He cooked.
he cooked. He did cook.
He cooked. He shook the rust off. I'll have you know, we scored in all 4 quarters. I can't even remember the last time we did this. Maybe we did that in the Raiders, but
When's the last time you scored 37 points?
a long time ago. A long time ago. Starting out, I was gritting my teeth. We had that drive, would settle for a field goal. I'm like, this kind of looks like Justin Fields, but okay. And then we went 3 straight 3-and-outs while they scored a touchdown. I'm like, oh man, this is not looking good. And they opened up the playbook. They let Russ throw a deep one, and George Pickens had some fantastic catches. I mean, a few weeks out of the incident of the always or fucking always open, he worded it very weird, but he showed why he is the top target. He makes those contested plays, and 5 receptions, 111 yards, and a tud. Longest one is 44 yards. So he opened it up. And with that opening up, Najee exploded. He had himself a game. Jalen Warren, of course, was back. He had himself a game. 149 yards on the ground. 264 in the air, which is over 400 yards. We rarely do that. Russell, nearly perfect on the day as far as touchdowns to interceptions. Like I said, he had a lot of missed passes in that first quarter. You take those away, and he was lights out the rest of the way. Calvin Austin, he made a good catch there and had a big 36-yard. But the defense, we didn't do anything flashy. Nothing like what we're used to seeing.
This was not Steeler football.
This wasn't a lot of sacks, but it was one surprising guy. And I gotta take a moment. The other week, I blasted Beanie Bishop. Seemed like they were targeting him, and he was just letting them get all the receptions.
Cooked.
He came back and totally redeemed himself. 2 interceptions. One of them was a key one that kind of swung the momentum the other way. He really should have had a touchdown. Devontae, you saved the inevitable. I mean, you could have injured yourself on that play. Tackled at the 1. Give it to the man. Undrafted rookie gets 2 interceptions off Aaron Rodgers. One of them was pure athleticism. One-handed grab, reaching out in front of the receiver. That was amazing. The other one, he was kind of in the right place, right moment. Bounced right off of Wilson's chest, and he took it away from him. But gosh, what a performance by him! And I have to say, I'm sorry. I was not familiar with your game.
You heard it here first.
But
did he earn the junior name back?
He did. I mean, sacks, we got 1. It really wasn't fierce. I mean, Aaron Rodgers was getting the ball out of his hands. Like I said, those 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions really changed the momentum. You could see it kind of got into his head. Devontae Adams, the big storyline was even greater than Russell Wilson coming into this game was, how is Devontae Adams going to do? He got a few receptions in the first half, shut out the rest. 3 receptions, 30 yards. He had 9 targets on the day. So that's a lot of wasted opportunities on his trusted receiver there. But yeah, no, exciting game. it really gets me excited for this week. 2 New York teams in a row. Hopefully we can get those sack numbers up a little bit because Danny Dimes got rocked last week by the Eagles. So maybe TJ Cook's on this one.
There you go. Alrighty. Well, we shall conclude this video with some exciting trade news. So obviously the big thing with the injuries for Kansas City has been wide receivers. You lose Hollywood Brown before the season even starts. You lose Rashee Rice on week 3 against the Chargers. And you're wondering, are we just going to ride with Juju? Well, Juju gets hurt as well, too. And Xavier and Justin Watson and Sky Moore, God forbid, and Travis Kelce. But no, Veach was cooking up something in the dead of night because I woke up first thing this morning and couldn't believe my eyes. DeAndre Hopkins going from football hell to football heaven. Imagine going to sleep 1-6 and waking up 6-0 or 1-5 and then whatever the score was, whatever their record is, who knows. But going 6-0 here too. And he had a very nice quote today. He said, "It's nice to finally play some meaningful football." So, welcome to Chiefs Kingdom, DeAndre Hopkins. The one thing you're missing in your Hall of Fame career is a ring, and my friend, you've come to the right place to be part of history. So, we'll see how he does this weekend against the Las Vegas Raiders, the place where Pat Mahomes is 5-0, and one of those wasn't even against the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. That's a Sunday afternoon matchup at 3:25, and as Trajan mentioned, you've got another New York team coming into town.
Yep, we are under the bright lights. Steelers always play well on Monday Night Football, so I'm looking forward to it. We should see. Hopefully, head 6-2 into the bye week. Who would have thought it? Me. But,
it's gonna hurt even worse when you go 8-9 to finish the year.
There's no way the Bengals and the Browns are sweeping us. There's no way.
Well, I suppose we shall find out. Time will tell. And we shall also find out after Week 8 next week who is moving up and who is moving down in the NFL Tier Maker Progress Report. Super excited to bring that back out and see what changes that will be made and what deserve to be made. I know I'm probably going to pick a different team for the NFC side on the Super Bowl contender myself. So, but we will talk about that more next week if everything plays out the way we think it will. So, thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Click like if you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Share this video with a friend and tell him that Trajan is a now self-devout Chiefs fan. Just play that one 3-second clip just over and over again. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is Temple of Trajan. Signing out.